Hello, everyone. Good afternoon from London. I'm Jamie Ramacati, Head of Content for Student Events at Times Higher Education, and welcome to today's webinar all about studying in Canada and how to get involved on campus. We are really excited to be hosting today's webinar in partnership with ApplyBoard, and we have two awesome speakers from ApplyBoard who were themselves international students in Canada and are going to talk about their experience getting involved on campus, really immersing themselves in campus community and the importance of doing so as a student. If you have questions for Akshar or Karamjit during the session, please submit them using the Q&A function at the bottom of the screen, and we'll try to get to as many of those questions as we can at the end. I know that they have a jam-packed presentation for you, so without further ado, I will hand it over to our speakers from ApplyBoard. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you so much, Jamie.
I'll go ahead and share my screen now.
Okay.
And all right, I would like to welcome everyone in our webinar today. And to be very honest, I'm very excited to do this because this is a very crucial webinar that you will ever find, as it's about getting involved on campus, and you will see the passion coming out of when I talk to you about how important it is for you to get involved on campus and how it can change your life. So let's get started, Akshara.
Amazing. So welcome to all the participants here for getting involved into the campus. We'll be talking more about this. And first of all, my name is Akshara, and I am the Student Support Officer at ApplyBoard. And I came to Canada about 5 years ago as an international student myself. And it's been a great journey so far. And I would love to share more with you about my journey. And I would love to share some tips as well that you can use as a student. I actually went to George Brown College and Conestoga College for my postgraduate certificate programs into business. And I would love to share some pictures as well, showing my journey being a student. So I have some fun pictures there. Firstly, I got to know about Halloween, and we celebrated the Halloween. That's the first picture that you can see there. And we had some friends onto the campus, the turtle, rabbit, and there were many more. So if you are a pet lover or you love to get along with animals, then of course, then I would say definitely go onto the campus for this one. Also, I have a group picture beside the other picture. It's like our presentation day, and that was the first presentation we gave during our studies in George Brown College. And I'm sure like you will definitely have more of the presentations and projects. So good luck for that one. And I also have my convocation pictures. Definitely like graduating from the college is an exciting part. And like, I am sure when you go through this, you'll definitely be proud of yourself, and you should be proud of yourself always. And we have some more onto the next slide. The first picture is actually about Diwali festival. Diwali is actually celebrated in India, but I was pretty amazed to see that colleges, they support all communities. So they like I was a part of organizing events as well into the college, and we organized the Diwali event. So that's like a dance picture from that Diwali party. And Christmas is a big festival here and full of lights, full of joy, and a lot of sweets to eat. So we decorated this pretty Christmas tree into the college. And the last one that I have is from the Pride Parade. Canada actually supports all communities around the world. So Pride Parade is basically for LGBTQ community. So yeah, those are my memories that I would love to share with you.
Thank you so much, Akshara, for sharing that. The last picture for Pride Parade, I remember going before COVID, and it was so much fun. And I was representing the college, and we had like a big truck, and we were all on the truck and having fun. Great, thank you for that introduction and sharing the pictures. I have some pictures as well, which I'll be sharing. So my name is Karamjeet. I also came as an international student to Canada about 6 years back. And I'll be sharing my journey with you very soon. However, I came to Centennial College. It's one of the first community college in Ontario, Canada. And I graduated from a 3-year leadership and management program, and then went into taking another certification, which was leadership and inclusion. And here are some of the pictures. Well, when I was putting this together, it really, I was feeling so much gratitude for the journey that I had at Centennial, or the college that I went to. So yeah, it's like a lot of group work, a lot of fun work. Here, teaching my college president when I was a student president, that how to do Bhangra, which is like a Punjabi dance. And some other things that I'll be talking to you later, that how I got involved. And again, here some of the pictures that I wanted to share with you all. That's all. Let's get started and talk about why we should study, why you should study in Canada. We already did it. Let's go, Akshara. Let's talk about this.
Okay, perfect. So firstly, before we start, I would like to mention that every success begins with a decision to try. So if you are thinking of studying abroad, if you're thinking of studying in Canada, that itself is an achievement, and we will help you out to make that decision further and pursue your dreams. So why study in Canada is because there are many reasons to it, but we'll discuss some important ones. Firstly, Canada is the only country that has a streamlined immigration, which means that you will have lots of options to stay back in the country. So if you're coming as an international student to Canada, you will have option to study more. Like if you coming for a 1-year program, you will have options to extend your study permit. And if you want to do another year of program, you can do that. Or if you're looking to get some work experience after your studies, you can choose to apply for work permit. Or you can also go for options like permanent residency. So you'll have lots of opportunities if you want to get more experience in Canada. And it's worldwide recognized. So better add to your resume for that. And then there are lots of work part-time opportunities that you will be allowed to work 20 hours in a week while you're studying as a full-time student. And what I mean by work part-time is there are many jobs that you can do beside your studies in few hours. So 20 hours in a week, that's the allowance. And you'll be able to bear your expenses and your living expenses. So all of these things helps a lot while you're a student. And Canada is definitely an affordable destination as compared to other countries, because you will have some options for scholarships, you will have some options for the financial aid. So all of these add a lot onto the budget. And when I was coming here to Canada, this was the main reason I chose Canada, because it's easier to get educational loans for that. And according to my family, that was the most suitable one. And there's a high quality of life, because people here, they believe in work-life balance. So while you're studying, you can take out some time to, be with your friends, or be on campus doing various activities, and also taking out some time for yourself, and self-pampering is the most important. And when you're in Canada, you'll definitely feel more safer, because there's lots of security, And there are different helplines for the students and even for the citizens. So if you're feeling like you need help, I would suggest you to have some helpline numbers handy so that you can reach out to them, and you read the terms and conditions before you reach out. When you come to Canada, and I am sure that you will not feel like you're away from home, you'll feel like everybody is here for you and they're in the same journey as you are. So you'll be able to connect with them because there's so much diversity. You'll meet people from different cultures, from different countries that you have never imagined that how would it be. So it's a very homely place, and there will be a lot of job opportunities for you, whether you're going for a business programs or engineering or nursing, science, and everything. So it's definitely a good choice. That's what I would recommend. Then let's see what we have further.
Yeah. Again, like working part-time was the best thing that I chose of doing, and I'll be talking more about the ways and the benefits of getting involved. I think so that's the gist of our webinar. And me and Akshay will be talking about our experiences of what we did, but there is a lot more that I think we didn't explore, but there was a lot of things that we did. So let's get started by how I started my involvement journey and getting engaged on campus. So the first thing that I did, and I would say you should try it too, is volunteer on campus. With that, it means that volunteer gives you an opportunity to learn about everything before everyone else does. So if there is an event coming up, you will know in advance. Like if there is any job opening on campus, you will know. So stuff like that. So what I did to kind of apply for my first volunteer opportunity was that I went into the international department as I was an international student, and I asked them if there is anything that I can help them with. And they were amazed of me reaching out and asking, that if I can help them. But really, and that was for me because I wanted to learn more, and then just get engaged. And they said, just leave your email. We don't have anything as of then. But they did send me an email later that there is an event coming up and they need some help. So that's how I got engaged. And from there, I got hired as an international student ambassador and a student ambassador. So basically the thing that I was doing for free as a volunteer, I started getting paid for doing that. And that's also one of the another opportunities as a volunteer, because if there is a position opening in the same department, they would all obviously prefer you because you have the skills and you don't have to go through the trainings. So yeah, always keep your eye open and look around and reach out. And another one is a study abroad program. So this, a lot of students, they don't realize, but many schools, like many colleges and universities in Canada, has this program. So you can call it an exchange program. At Centennial, where I went, to call it a global citizenship program, or GCELS, Global Citizenship and Equity Learning. So I personally went to Finland and Brazil, and Finland was basically learning about the elective course. And then Brazil was living in a coffee farm with farmers, and it was all paid by the my college. So you go through interview process. There is a lot behind it. You need to fulfill the requirements, but once you get through it, that's something very, very interesting. The third thing that I have here is run for student union elections. And now with this, you can be part of student union. People also, like different schools, use a term student council, student associations. But being a part of that, you have an opportunity to run for elections. And so if you're like a leader and you want to make a change, which in my case I really wanted to do, because my program was also leadership and management. And I was learning that change management, and around I was looking that there are things that can be changed. And I ran for election. So my second year, I became the vice president for my campus. And then after I graduated, I became the president for all 5 campuses of Centennial College. So when you get started, and this is all like a heads up for you, because sometimes it takes so long for you to realize that there are these opportunities, but by the time you're about to graduate, and some of this needs a proactive approach, and you need to take an action the day you start. So now all that you're here and watching this, you know that these are the things that you have to keep an eye open for. There's a leadership development. So a lot of times there are some programs that you can be involved. So in my case, I got involved into a leadership. So it was a 6-day, offsite. So we were not in college, but like on-site, I would say. And we went there as a group. It was so much fun. A lot of activities, a lot of reflection, a lot of planning and goal setting. So again, look around and see if there is anything that the college that you are going to provide, and try to apply for that as well. There are student clubs. I would say all the colleges and universities has them, and you have an opportunity to either be a part of a student club, or you can even start your own club if there is nothing available with the same interest, and that would help you to be a part of that community, and share the same ideas and then vision that you have for a topic. Plus, if people would like to join your club, you can just start your club based on the ideas that you have. The another thing that again took me like a year to understand was that you can be a brand ambassador. So for brand ambassador, as I mentioned earlier, that you can be a student ambassador for a college where you're helping students when they first start, at the orientations and convocations as well, and other events. Brand ambassador is when you get hired by a different company to work on your campus. So in my case, I did a program called the Great Canadian Sales Competition. So I got hired by the business school through a different company, and they were running this program all around Canada. It was a sales competition where I had to get students to participate in the competition. And I also did Leave the Pack Behind. So Leave the Pack Behind was helping young adults on my school at the college to help them quit smoking if they're willing to, by providing them some resources and some products, which was funded by the government. So yeah, you can apply for these two. And I know some of my friends, they were brand ambassadors for the health insurance company that we had, and they were promoting that around. And again, it's a paid position, so you make money while you work on campus. Sports, a big one. I used to do wrestling when I was in school, my high school, before coming to Canada. And when I came here, there was no wrestling at Centennial. However, there are other sports that you can be a part of, and it doesn't have to be that you have to be competitive and you have to go into varsity. You can go into intramurals or just recreational sports, and there is soccer, cricket, baseball, all kind of sports that you can be part of. Basketball, a big one. And yeah, so the first thing I would say, if you really love sports and you are doing sports currently, go to your athletics department the first day or the first week, and then ask them when are the tryouts, and when you can be part of the team, because usually the tryouts are first or second weeks when the semester starts, so don't miss out. Scholarships, a big one, very big one. And when you get involved, you have an opportunity to apply for scholarships, which some of the students won't. Let's say for sports, if you're doing extracurricular activities, you have some of the scholarships which only athletes can apply for. And there are, so at Centennial, there was a dollar to doorway. It's a questionnaire that you fill out in order for you to get a list of scholarships that you will be eligible for. And if you are involved on campus and if you do volunteer stuff, you will be able to see more scholarships that you can apply on your list than other students. So yeah, there's a lot that you can do, and we'll be sharing more. Akshara, do you have anything else that you would like to add in here and share your experience?
Yeah, it's like I am amazed by all of these options. And usually, like when I came as an international student for the first month, I didn't know that being a brand ambassador is an option. And like for scholarships, there are options. So that is amazing. And you are getting paid to do all of these things. So it's like a win-win situation as a student. And you can even take out your next semester fee with that and just help like with other expenses, right? So
100%.
yeah, that's great.
All right, let's talk about why working on campus is great. Akshara, would you like to tell us about this?
Yes, of course. So working on campus is pretty much an exciting option available for all the full-time students because you get to meet so many people. So that means like you're doing a good networking activity there because you're getting to know more staff, you're getting to know more students because they'll be coming to you for help. And there are many jobs available when you join as a student. So always check the career page of your college because they do post some positions there too. And always talk to your student administration department or international center if your college has, and they will be able to provide you like how to apply for such positions. So that itself leads to like communication skills as well, because you're polishing your communication skills as well when you're reaching out to different people. So like do put that on your resume for the jobs because it'll definitely help you in future opportunities as well. And then it saves a lot of traveling time and money as well, because you're just on campus. Like when I was doing it, so I was a part of library thing and then more into like administrative services. So once I used to finish my classes, I right away go to the library of my college and just be there for some time and then leave for home. So it's just saving a lot of traveling time and energy as well.
Yeah.
So you're doing multiple things at the same time.
And this is a very important part of working on campus. And one of the things I would like to give a heads up, as Akshara mentioned, is that there are a lot of positions open, like when you start your semester. And Akshara also mentioned that she was not aware of these things for like first month. And so this is your opportunity as you are here and listening to this. Like when you first start, be the first one, be proactive, because like go to different departments and ask them if they are hiring and what's the application process, and just do it. And with the flexibility, a lot of my students, this like not my students, but my friends, they had to miss their classes to go and to work because the outside employer might not be as flexible as your, like a manager on campus, because they know that you're a full-time student and you need to go into the class. So they try to give you hours to work around your timetable, and so there comes a lot of flexibility. And yeah, so the last thing that we have on here is the full-time position, which again is could be very important to so many of you, because there are opportunities in the same department that you can work full-time after you graduate. What else do you need? Like a lot of my friends, they were working with me as like student ambassadors, and now they're working full-time. And then some also got promoted to like managerial positions. So you have this if you do the work right and if you build the skills which are required, and always keep learning. Thanks, Akshara.
Amazing.
Let's talk more.
Okay.
Yeah, more stuff on campus.
Perfect. So like how we learned about like, there are different opportunities for you to get started working onto the campus. Also, being as a student on campus, there are many other services or there are many other things that you can take advantages of, or you can join these departments if you have previous experiences in your country or you have studied something similar to that. So there are like lots of opportunities being a student and working in the campus. So there are like some student administrative services. If you have done some administrative work before, join this department, because these departments help all the students like with the process of like if you have any questions related to tuition fee, or if you have any questions related to study permit, work permits, or anything related to library or printing. So all of these things, or booking like timetables, appointments, something like that, that is all administrative work included here. So you can apply for it, like apply for the job, or you can take the advantage of these services being a student on campus. Another one, it's a big one, which is called counseling services. So counseling services is basically related to more of talking and more of communication when you need help with your emotional health. So if you're missing your family, or you would like to talk to somebody who you doesn't know, but they will definitely understand and give solutions to your problems that you're facing, then this is the right department to go for. Because I had a friend like who she's like more of the introvert, and then she couldn't say it like not in a very good, you know, like communication stuff, and she doesn't like to share much of her like what's going on in her life. So she went out to those counseling services, and they actually helped her out, and she's very good at sketching and drawing. So they actually asked her to create, like draw whatever she feels like, and then they helped her out and suggested some volunteering options as well, and some drawing classes as well. And then that is how like they help students. And I am sure like if you are feeling something like that, then definitely reach out to counseling services. There are some on-campus student housing options available as well. So if you're looking a place to live, and plus with the college students who are studying in the same college as you, go for this one. There are some forms that you need to fill out when you're paying your tuition deposit after you receive the offer letter. So do fill out this on-campus student housing form so that you can get enrolled into like one of the living places, because they provide you with all the services, the bed, furniture. It's like mostly furnished, and there's kitchen, and then like you can get services for lunch or dinner, something like that. So it's like a hostel feeling. So like you made a lot of friends there, and it's a great experience. So go for that one too. And if you're looking for a jobs, because like when we are a student, do take your time, like 1 month or 2 months, if you would like to explore more about what type of jobs are available. And if you need any help like with creating resumes or cover letter or applying for jobs, do reach out to career services, because they help students in prepare the resume according to the Canadian employers. So they'll give you some tips and tricks on how to crack the interviews. You can also do some mock interviews with them. And if you have co-ops or internships lined up in your program, this is the best one to reach out, because they can take some mock interview of yours, and you feel confident about after those mock interviews, and you can get prepared for the job opportunities that you're looking to apply for, especially in full-time and co-op jobs. So yeah, like, or if you have a previous experience in human resource management, like I did. So I did a human resource management program, which was a postgraduate program from George Brown College. And we had a co-op too. So I actually got involved into that department, which was related to career services. And I started helping students as well with their resumes and preparing for the interviews. And I started doing a part-time job there. So that is how like you can take help and you can get into the jobs as well. So it's like you can do both. And of course, like as Karamjeet talked a lot about like volunteer opportunities that you have and how you can take advantage of that. Do follow those steps because those are really important ones and it can really help you in growing your career as a student in Canada. And of course, research is the main one. Research, like reach out and search, like be active onto the website of the college because they post so many things like what's going on in the campus, and do your research, prepare some points from your side, or if you're going to any employer for a job, just prepare like a 15-minute pitch that you will give about you so that they hire you. It's just like, just go for it.
Yeah,
anything
100%.
that you would like to advise?
Yeah, yeah. With research, I would also like to share that I was part of I was working at a research department within the college where we were collecting some data when the college wants to make a decision to change few things. So we were collecting that data and asking students about how would they feel about, if we do this, and how do they feel right now. So there might be some opportunities like that. My program was not like too much into research, but there are like if you are very much passionate about doing research, you can always reach out to research department as well while doing the other research, as Akshara mentioned. Reach out to research partner and ask them that this is something that you want to pursue and want to research on this, and this is how it would benefit you and the college community or university, and there are opportunities around that as well. Thanks, Akshara.
You go.
Let's go.
Let's move on.
Okay.
And guys, if you have any questions or anything, please drop it in the Q&A box, and we will.
I see we have some, so we'll talk about this.
Yes.
Let's wind this up. How to get started. So you might be wondering and looking at this, that okay, we did this and that, but how to get started, like where to start from. I would say make a plan, because everything is not for everyone. You might not like to get involved. We just can tell you what are the benefits and how it can like help you. But if you do want to get involved, I would say just make a plan. When I started my program, I knew the first day that I want to be a student president. First day, I'm telling you, I was standing in the orientation, where the orientation was happening in the gym, and I told myself that I want to be the student president. I didn't know how this can happen, what are the requirements. I didn't even know that I need to run like elections, but I just thought. So I gave it a thought, and I created a plan, like what I need to do, and then find out more information about what are the requirements. Like there are GPA requirements, there are other requirements that I need to fulfill. So creating a plan would help you and put you on a right journey, on a track, for you to know what is next for you to do. The another thing that I would say is reach out. We just talked about research, which is for you to kind of look up, but reaching out is, reach out to different departments, ask them what are the opportunities, and then apply. Because if you will just be relying upon, website or somebody reaching out to you, sometimes positions that don't even go up on the website because they don't have enough time. And it's just whosoever comes in, they hire. Because these are all like entry-level positions and you get the training, so there is nothing like a particular skill that you require to get the positions, especially on the campus. Get help when required. This is the thing that I thought that I can just do it, and I was not asking for help or reaching out to people for help. But then I realized, like, if you don't do it when it is required, it creates burnout. So make sure that when you're getting involved and you're trying to like do stuff, get help as well from people around you, because obviously you can't just do everything on your own. So seeking help is very important, and also helping others when required is great.
Exactly. And like when you said like make a plan, so it's just write down the things that you are interested in or looking forward to do. Write it down, and then that is how you can get help when required. So when you write down, you know, okay, I have this thing to do. For example, I have to get into this volunteering thing. Who can I reach out? So write it down, and then I'm sure it'll be helpful for you.
100%, Akshara. Writing stuff down gets the work done. So
Exactly.
Write it down. And take time to reflect on self-care. I actually did mention about the importance of self-care before. So I'll just talk about, time to reflect, because a lot of times when we are getting engaged on campus, like I'm talking about with my experience, it's always about what's next. But when you do the reflection, there's this quote, I don't know by whom, but it says, look at how far you have come rather than looking at how far you have to go. So it basically kind of keep you grounded, and a lot of gratitude in there. It talks about, like, one day you were thinking about going to Canada, and now you are in Canada, and now you're doing volunteer stuff and doing this and that. So I think putting that break on and just kind of doing that reflection is very important too. And focus on all aspects of wellness. I learned this in my third year, where like wellness is not just about getting big muscles. It's about your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, and overall wellness is what makes you healthy. So make sure that you're not just going to the gym and not giving yourself some time. Work on your mental health and other pieces as well. And at the end, I would say have fun, because you made it. You did a lot to apply and then get into the school, and now you are there. So breathe, have fun, and all this involvement and engagement and things that we talked right now. It's all about having fun. You don't have to make it work. Like all the things that I did on campus were because I was having fun, and I just wanted to do it, even though I was doing it for free. But then later they started paying me. But the main idea and the plan was to have fun outside the classroom. And I always tell this to my peers when I was in school, and now to the students, is that it's 30% of what you learn inside the classroom and 70% what you learn outside. So get involved.
Exactly. And that's what Canada is all about. That's what we talked in the beginning, that we have quality of life here, because we have to take out some time for each and everything. And so if you're looking to come to Canada, we can definitely help you here. ApplyBoard is the one solution for all your problems. And we are on a mission to educate the world, and we strictly follow that, because as you can see with the numbers here, we helped over 300,000 students for studying abroad journey. And we actually help with the process for Canada, US, UK, Australia, and Ireland. So if you're looking to study in any of these 5 countries, we can definitely help you with the admission process, as we are partnered with over 1,500 schools in all of these 5 countries. And we have like lots of scholarships options. It was like about 22 million. Is that right, Karim?
Right, yes.
Amazing. So we have lots of like recruitment partners with us. So it's like around the world, and they're over 5,000. So if you're looking somewhere nearby, we can help you connect with them, or you can directly come to us as a student. All you have to do is just register on ApplyBoard. The website is www.applyboard.com. So just register there. There will be a column saying register on the right-hand side of the website on the top. Just click there and get started. Also, we have lots of team members, and we actually last year hit the goal of 1,000 team members, and now we have over 1,000 in this year. So lots of support for you and lots of opportunities as well for being a student. And if you don't know where to get started with all of the student journey, ApplyBoard is here to help you.
Yeah, thanks. I think, yeah, we have a lot more team members now.
Exactly.
Awesome. That being said, we would like to thank you to be a part of our webinar. And yeah, please bring up any questions that you have.
Guys, thank you so much. That was great. And I know that students love hearing from you about your own experiences on campus. We have a few questions, just a couple of minutes left. One of the questions is about being an exchange student in Canada. So what opportunities are available for students who are studying short term? Would you encourage them and advise them to still avail themselves of all of the same kinds of activities and things that you talked about to really make the most out of that short term experience?
Yeah, I would say with just give me 1 second.
So I'll take that up. So definitely if you're like a short-term student or you're studying part-time or something like that, I would say if you do not have like much of the time or something, you can still reach out for something on the campus, because it's not necessary to, you know, do all of the things at one time, just like volunteering. And you can just do one volunteer if you would like, just for one event, just to see if you like it or not. Or you can try applying for a job, because applying for jobs and all of that process also takes some time. So it's better to get started earlier. And
Yeah, and just quickly adding, sorry, I kind of put my one phone on silent, but not the other one. It's rang, and that was distracting. Sorry about that. And yeah, I think you did mention, because with 4 months of like exchange, as I went to Finland, there's a lot going on. It's like a different culture, and you want to go explore. Like if you're coming to, let's say, Toronto, you want to go around and you know and see the city too, and you know, make some friends. But yeah, go on your own pace. This is just for you to kind of know that there are a lot of opportunities. Plus, for exchange students at Centennial, I was partnered with one of the exchange students where I was helping them with what is available, what they can do. So maybe if you are coming to Canada and reach out to the school and ask if there is a buddy program, and they can connect you with somebody to kind of learn more, because like it's very unique with the school or a university that you're going to.
yeah, or even
Yeah.
if you have graduated, you can always come back to the college and look for opportunities.
Right. A question just about kind of timelines in Canada. So can you remind students what the intakes are throughout the year, and what kind of timeline they should be looking at in terms of applying and starting their studies in Canada?
Yeah, so there are like, mainly there are 3 intakes in 1 year. First is January, May, and September. So September and January are the biggest ones. So if you're looking to apply, because you know, right now the immigration is taking a lot of time, so I would say start applying at least 6 months prior to the start date of the program. Because if you're going for January, start applying from July onwards, or June, if the intake is open, because usually now the colleges are opening their intakes soon, because they know like students need some time for visa process. So, and if you're looking to apply for May 2023, I would say this is the good time to start. So at least take 6 to 8 months prior to the start date.
Great. Thank you. We are just about out of time, but can I just ask you guys as a final comment to remind students how they can get started with ApplyBoard, how they can find out more information about what ApplyBoard can offer, and how you can help them through the process?
Yeah, definitely. So if you're looking for help with the study abroad process, we can help you with the entire process of getting admission into the colleges and universities. And as I mentioned before, that we help with 5 countries, that is Canada, US, UK, Australia, and Ireland. So if you have any questions related to study abroad process, please feel free to reach out at studentsupport studentsupport@applyboard.com. So that's our email for help. So it's studentsupport@applyboard.com, and register as a student on our website.
Wonderful. Thank you both so much. This was such a great session for students to really learn firsthand about what the experience is like being a student in Canada, and the huge variety of opportunities for them to get involved on campus and really make the most out of their experience. Thanks to the students who joined us today. We love having you here with us at THE Student Webinars, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.